I was born in the bathtub of a house on Ann Street in Mason, Michigan. My father always wanted my sister and I to play keyboards. He bought those digital keyboard things and then eventually got a piano for my sister to play. And I'll play the piano from listening to her. But then it got to this point where she heard me play piano one day and said, "I quit. You're better than me." But I took it from that to hip hop with my friends in high school and started making hip hop beats. And one day they asked me if I could sing while I'm playing the piano. At the same time, that turned into the idea of singing. I played a show playing piano and singing in Lansing, Michigan at Mac's Bar. And after the show, this woman named Nadia came up to me and said, "You know what, Loren, I think I have a great idea." So I said, "What's that, Nadia?" She said, "You should play guitar." "Well, that's a fabulous idea, Nadia, but I don't have a guitar." So she said, "I have one in the back seat of my car and I'll sell it to you for $60. I went to the ATM and I gave her the money and got a guitar.
No one will write you a letter, but your mother will, telling you to call her at home.
A few weeks later, I decided to leave town because now I have an instrument I can carry with me. It was a Thursday, and I decided I'd quit my jobs on Friday and sell everything I own on Craigslist before Saturday morning at 5:30 a.m. was the train from Grand Rapids to Chicago. And I was on the train to Chicago with the intent of going south. I'd never been south of Ohio before. All my roommates were gone. I didn't tell them that I was leaving. And I donated all these clothes, everything that I couldn't fit in my backpack.
I did not know your name, but I want you to. Now pictures of salty eyes come true.
My first stop in Chicago, I was walking down the street, found rock records, and I met this guy named Andrew Sandler. I showed to him my music, and he said, "I want to buy 10 CDs. He invited me over for dinner at his place with his friends. I entertained them for a bit. They bought 10 more CDs. And he said, "My brother is in St. Petersburg, Florida." Finally got to Florida, contacted him, and ended up staying with him, and met a woman there who wanted to move to New Orleans. And so I did. The music scene in New Orleans is unlike the music scenes all the rest around the United States. Although, people are still playing music, there's a million more places you can play. Everybody is playing music from traditional New Orleans jazz to ragtime to gypsy folk. It seems like people here actually go out to support live music, especially all the festivals. There's festivals every weekend. But it's just an excuse to have live music and entertain people and celebrate whatever you have to celebrate.
If the cold is in your bones, why don't you go and get yourself a sweater? Winter's over, that's what the crazy lady said.
New Orleans is unlike wherever I've been before in the United States, in that instead of playing a 45-minute or hour set, you'll book 4-hour blocks. That forced me to write songs to fill in all that space. I'd play for 45 minutes and then I'm like, what the hell? I still have another hour to play. I'll play the set again. Finally, I started writing a song every day and playing those songs the next show. And it kind of got into where I had enough material I could play for hours and hours and not stop. Everybody writes songs differently. Some people write the words first and kind of capture that with the emotion of whatever they feel for the music. Some people do the music and then write appropriate words. And I think the only third way you could do it is to do both at the same time, which tends to be the most miraculous one. I think that is the best way. It can be nerve-wracking to try to perfect the music and the words and try to get them to go together in a certain way. But you shouldn't have to force it. It should just come out. And when I write songs, I do that in a way with writing the words down as I'm doing the music, complete an idea as I go along. And then when it's done, it's done. I don't revise any of the words or anything. But that's a beautiful thing about music, because it's all just recreating itself. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Thank you all very, very much.